This week's Viziepop Variety Fact is brought to you by the Lightweights podcast in the Season 1 playbill. Quick housekeeping. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I was gonna just take January off, and then I got really sick off and on all through February. In fact, I am still sick now, but I figured I owed you guys a video, and I don't feel as horrible as I have the past couple of. This week we'll be covering the Lightweights podcast interview with Richard Horvitz, the voice director for both Helver shows, and the Has Been Hotel playbill interviews. As usual, if I miss a fact or there's an interview or panel I haven't covered, message me on Twitter, Blue Sky, or put it in the comments below and I'll shout you out in the next video. On to the Lightweights podcast. Apparently a lot of Brandon, Blitz's, lines are improvised and he tends to do things on the fly. Richard doesn't get to go through the script first. He gets it around the same time as the voice actors do. When it comes to what take to use for the show, Richard and Viv are pretty in sync with each other. Hell of a Boss is meant to be more about relationships, while Has Been Hotel is meant to be more about redemption. That being said, there are some surprise voice actors in both shows for upcoming seasons. These next two don't really have to do with characters, I just find them cute and or funny. Richard and Brandon abuse each other for fun, and both of them love it. And Richard refers to Vivian Nixon as his Millie. Next, the playbill. As you saw in my playbill overview, I was lucky enough to receive the playbill and be able to cover it. I'm sure this won't be the last time I cover it, as there's a lot in it, but this time we're focusing on the interview section. Viv states one episode of Has Been Hotel from start to finish takes about 6 months to make, which is very impressive for a show of this caliber and length. For context, because it's the general context I have, an 11-minute Steven Universe episode took 9 months to make. Has Been Hotel is twice that length. And this shit is hand-animated. As somebody who hand-animates, that shit takes forever, even if you hand-animate it digitally. When it comes to the inspirations behind Has Been Hotel, Viv has a list. Looney Tunes, the Disney Renaissance, Invader Zim, The Muppets, the Batman animated series, BoJack Horseman, Annie, and Avenue Q. Now, I personally haven't watched BoJack Horseman or the Batman animated series, but of the stuff I've seen and or listened to, yeah, I can definitely see how this mix of things becomes Has Been Hotel. I'm not saying Bugs Bunny belongs in hell, but he'd sure survive. And no one can tell me that Charlie wouldn't fit right in with the Disney Princess lineup. As of yet, Has Been Hotel does not take place during a certain time period, like it's not meant to be set in the late 90s or in current time. Alistair's from the 1930s and is stuck in that time, while Angel is a gangster from the 1940s. Now, if you did follow Viv's dreams in the past, you knew that, but all the pre-series streams are in this nebulous state of canon, where we kind of have to wait for information to be reset. Cannibal Town is supposed to be modeled after the 1910s. Viv once again confirms that Vox is the main antagonist of Season 2. While Sam was working on Hell of a Boss, he recruited Andrew for Clown Bitch, and the pair were recruited from there to work on Has Been Hotel. That's all I gotta say. Have a good day!